tell people what I do for a living, that I do osteopathy, I get either two responses. I either get a total blank stare, oh, bones, or I get, huh, cool, with a lot of enthusiasm. So what is osteopathy? What do osteopaths do? Well, what we do is our core-based value is that we align the body so that it can heal itself. That's our main principle. Now, one way we do that is through the fascial system. So fascia is like saran wrap around every single muscle fiber, every organ, every bone, it's everywhere. So if you can imagine, 100 different spider webs all intertwined, that is the fascial system in your body, okay? And if you just yank a little bit and create a little tension in that system, you affect the entire system, correct? So the fascial system, if someone comes in with a pain sort of in their shoulder, I acknowledge that for sure, but I'm really searching for what is the cause, because it could be down at their hip, it could be in their cranium, it could in their head, it could be in their chest. There's so many possibilities, obviously. So that's how an osteopath looks at the body. We treat the fascia. Another thing we do is we actually feel for a person's vitality. Now, if you've had acupuncture, they would call it qi. It's the same thing. So that vitality we talk about is the body's ability to heal itself. So if I feel for a person's vitality and it's low, then I don't go and treat their shoulder if that's the problem. I treat their general vitality, because if I just treat their shoulder, it's not going to stick. So that's another aspect of osteopathy that makes it very different from other modalities, is that tuning into a human being's vitality, their ability to heal themselves, and we can help that. And then another thing you can think about when you think of what an osteopath might do is we work on the cranial sacral system. Now, cranium, and then your sacrum is where back here in your hips, your bum. So cranial sacral system. Now, between your hips and your head is your spinal cord. So you can think of that as a rope in between these two structures. So what goes on here is mirrored down here in your low back. For example, someone maybe has had chronic pain in their low back forever and had their low back treated, but really it's coming from tension in the cranium, okay? So especially here, there's a big piece of tissue that goes through that whole system called Dura. It protects our spinal cord, and it ends right here behind the eyes. If we can treat the fascial bones up here, then we can actually, in some people, help their back pain. So that's how an osteopath thinks. We really are working on and learn through the connectedness of the body. And the last thing you can think of that an osteopath does that's a little bit different than you will expect from other practitioners is that we actually treat the front of the body. Crazy, right? So you've probably gone for a massage and had the entire body treated, but this part was left out. This is a really important part. It's where all our organs are. So the small intestines, for example, is in direct relationship to the low back, just because of location and the fascial connections in there. And as well, your bladder. Bladders are amazingly helpful with osteopathy if you're, people have incontinence or are having to rush or having increased frequency. It can be just the position of the bladder that's causing that problem, and that's something that we help with. So the front of the body gets treated. We've got this nice cranial sacral system. We treat the whole spider web of the body, that fascial system, and we feel for your general vitality, your body's ability to heal itself. So I hope that makes sense. We realign the body so that the body can heal itself. That's what you will expect if you go and you get an osteopathic treatment. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.